Right. So, like, yeah, but they don't just. Right, Pussy Tyrell. Oh yeah. Some of his notable representations are T.I. and Tiny.
No, against T.I. and them.
Oh well, either way, well, it says notable representations. So
Mhm.
gender discrimination, sexual harassment, or sexual assault claims against. But either way, that's where it was. So, but yeah, with the Southern District of New York, if they when they file, it is thought out. It is not just something they're like, oh, okay, well, here you go. Like, no, they build that case. When someone stands on that podium and is explaining the charges and going through all of that stuff, they have done the homework. Right? This ain't power. This ain't them fucking up in the courtroom. This is
I knew New York was different when what's the dude? Plaxico Burns got arrested for shooting himself.
Mm-hmm. He did a year.
Yeah,
he did a year in jail
up in New York.
Can't even shoot yourself no more. This is where we are right now.
Let's talk about this book though. This Kim Porter book, this alleged book. So the name of the author is supposed to be Jamal. Hold on. And I'm gonna go somewhere with this. When you find out the name, what the name means, supposedly. Hold on. Where is the doggone thing? Okay, let me go to Ken. Let me just go to the book on here, because this is the #1 book on Amazon right now too, which is crazy.
But no one can confirm that it is real. And Kim Porter's children and I'll Be Sure have condemned the book.
Yeah, everybody's been like, dude, what is and he claims that he got it from somebody. It's a white guy too that actually wrote it, but he used this pen name. I'm trying to find it. Damn it, where is this at? Did they take it off of Amazon? His book.
Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side.
Yeah, no, this is her Lost Words, but it was Jamal something. Basically, hold on. All right, so Jamal is supposed to be the name that people were saying. It's not Jamal Joseph. It's a name Jamal something, McCall or something like that. But the whole point is that name Jamal is supposed to have been the name that people rumor when they saying Tupac was still alive, that was the name he was living under. That was why that name for the author for that book was so like salacious. Like, okay, so using the pen name of the dude that the name of that they claim that Tupac is using the assumed name of, that he's still alive. And it's a white guy. I saw Martin Lamont Hill do an interview with them. It's a regular white dude that said he just somebody called him and said they had a thumb drive or whatever, and he's the one that put it out. Because he said supposedly the reason he believes it, that it was actually her writing, is because there's some sex tape stuff on there too, with Diddy and her and some other people. So I'm like, and he said he's grossed $1 million in 2 weeks because it's only been out for 2 weeks.
It's what, 45 pages?
45 pages, yeah, it's super short.
It's like an essay.
Yeah, and I'm like, this can't be,
because it's not. Because it ain't.
Yeah, it's like they claiming like all kind of stuff in there. Hold on. Yeah, they changed the name of the author on here.
Yeah, and it's one of those. Like I said again, this goes into the whole, because the indictment shows those 1,000 bottles of baby oil, blah blah blah, and so now the idea of all the stuff or reading the. Not saying we can't put anything past him, but because we feel like you can't put nothing past him, it's like people are susceptible to believe the wrong shit. So even so, to that point, right, the 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant are stated in the indictment. If you go on the internet, people mention that, but then you also see someone say, "Did they also found 400 dildos in there?" No, they didn't. If
So
they
it's supposed to
did,
be
where
about
is it? Like, it's
Jamal
not in the indictment.
Millwood. Jamal Millwood is the pen name. Jamal Millwood, y'all, everybody. That's the pen name. Then that's supposed to be Tupac's fake name that he was living under. And it's like, if y'all get a chance, go online, everybody, listeners, and check out this interview of Mark Lamont Hill and the author. And it's a white guy. He's on there, and he was like, "Dude, you kind of you a vulture, dude. Like, you literally making money off of something like this that's not even in your culture, what you even know about. You saw a cash grab." And he's like, "Well, no, these people were trusted with the thumb drive. You know, she gave it to them or whatever." And he's like, they trying to come out with a movie, all kind of shit. I'm like, God.
Yeah,
damn.
it says, a man by the name of Chris Todd, real name Todd Christopher Guzzi, according to records, is behind the book. He describes himself as a producer, author, and investigative journalist, and claims to have worked on and solved some of pop culture's biggest murder investigations, including Nicole Brown Simpson, JonBenet Ramsey, and the Zodiac Killer, among others. He also claims to have evidence that Kurt Cobain's suicide was actually a murder.
They trying to put it on Courtney Love. He's trying to put it on Courtney Love.
So he's crazy. All right. So, but I mean, hey, who knows, right? So Todd published the memoir under the pseudonym Jamal T. Millwood, a reference to a conspiracy theory that Tupac Shakur's 1996 murder was faked, and he is living under that alias. According to Todd, the alleged memoir wound up in his hands shortly after Cassie filed her lawsuit. Two people allegedly close to Combs and Porter contacted Todd about the memoir. They said that they had her flash drive. I didn't ask too many questions about how they got it or where it came from. He believes that the memoir is real, and when pressed on who the sources are or how he can guarantee they had legitimate writing supporter, he declines to give specifics on how he fact-checked or verified the material. When asked if he contacted reps for the celebrities named in the book, he says that their teams ignored him and told him to kick rocks. I can see that. Now, that I absolutely believe that happened. Like, I fully believe that. If somebody put my feet to the fire and they said, "Life or Death, is that book real?" I have to say, I don't know. But it's real enough for me, Todd. Sometimes you have to just put it out there. Maybe not 100% of the book is true, but maybe 80% is. So here's the thing, though. All right, I can't. So you've published a book for money, for profit.
Yep.
That you are literally saying, "I don't know if it's true or not. Somebody gave me a thumb drive." I have no idea. So, and if the issue is you care about the truth being out there or whatever being out there, you could have just put the shit on a blog. Like, why? It's again, you're profiting from it. You're profiting. You are profiting from it. That's the problem, right? Let me say this. I'd rather you profit from the website clicks.
You get the ad money.
Look, just like, hey, just put it on your website or whatever, right? And
do a YouTube clip reading it. A YouTube thing reading it. It's only 45 pages.
That part. And we'll be done in a second. So yeah, it's as a fake graduate of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism, someone who has, watched.
You went to Arizona. You went to school at University of Arizona.
Right. So University of Arizona. So Arizona State has the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism. So I did apply. I actually did apply to go there, but either way, School of Communication, not journalism. So, and also someone who has watched the Newsroom on HBO several times. Or it's a ridiculous amount of times that I've watched that show. For me, even when I post things in the group, right, or anything that we report on this show, I make sure that the source that I'm getting it from is valid, right? If there is something that we just want to talk about, maybe a reel or something that somebody posted, right? I still go and check to find the real source of what happened, because I can't just listen to what someone tells me, right? I need to double check. And especially when something doesn't sound right? It's like, that seems a little, let me double check. and I'm going to Google it. And either you're right or you're wrong. If you're right, I'm be like, oh, okay, all right, you're right. And then if you're wrong, oh, well, actually, the answer is 2, not 3. 1 + 1 = 2.
And look, I don't like Diddy like at all, but I don't think this book is real.
The book isn't. The book isn't. It is so far fetched, and even the writing of it, I feel like it's very Corinne Stephens.
Ooh. The Confessions of a Video Vixen.
So, and what I mean by that, because people may take that different ways, how I'm saying that. I absolutely believe Corinne Stephens wrote her book. I believe that she didn't have any help at all. No one helped her. She did it by herself. She grabbed that compact Rosario and got on Word Perfect, and she typed herself up
on the word processor.
Right. And
word processor.
And so the book is very easy to read. It's a light read because it's very elementary, if you will, right? Like it's a middle school kid could have written it. There's no complex ideas. There's no big words. You're fine. So when I say that the Kim Porter book mirrors that is because it's I can't tell you if I've even heard Kim Porter's voice. I can't even say if I've heard her voice before. I don't know if I have. I don't believe that
you have heard it on the Diddy Behind the Music. She was on there.
And the Al B. Sure Unsung.
There we go. That's another one.
No, right, but either way, the way that the book is written, I don't feel that that's how she talks or how she would say something. So that's why I feel that is, again, like even with me, there's a specific way that I write. And you would be able to kind of tell whether I said something or wrote something or not. And and even sometimes when people tell me like, oh yeah, you said such and such, such and such, did I? You know what? I don't remember that, but it sounds like me. So
I would say
it sounds like something I would say. So I'm not gonna say I did. Just like that. It's a clip of Lazy Bone. Something Fat Joe said or some shit, and he was like, I don't remember that conversation. But I invite, let's talk about it. Maybe it did. I don't know. Like, I don't remember. It don't really sound, I don't know. But like, hey, jog my memory. Maybe it did. I don't remember it happening that way. And that's me. And like I said, with Kim, I just don't, it's fake. And the fact that her family is coming forward and being like, because if anything, right, it's definitely, putting Diddy down. And and I understand that the kids are his kids, right? And they want to protect their father. But I'll be sure is like, nah, that ain't it. This ain't, what's this?
Like, I don't like this nigga either, but this ain't it.
Right, this ain't it. Like, nah, look, let's stick to the facts. So it's, I don't know. I every day there's something. It's so between Diddy and politics, I can't anymore. I need a vacation. Like, I think after the election, I'm going to take a vacation. My brain can't. There's just too much. We got Diddy and 1,000 bottles of baby oil. You got the fucking lieutenant governor of North Carolina on Black Planet in nude Africa. And let me tell you something. I want to talk about this. And I'm sorry, I know that this isn't a 90s thing, but this is a 90s thing because Nude Africa is such a fucking throwback website. The fact that they found his shit on Nude Africa is fucking hilarious. And I hate
that means they really hate you.
I hate right now that I don't have the same network as I did in 2011 because I'd have been on Twitter and we'd have been laughing our asses off at Nude Africa. My friends now are too sophisticated and we can't talk about that on Facebook because our parents are on there with us, but this is funny. Okay, Nude Africa, nigga, are you shitting me? When they said it, like, and it's so funny because it's all the white announcers or the white newscasters who have never heard of this, and so it is blowing their fucking mind, right? They're like, he was on the porn site Nude Africa. Like, and I'm like, and when I heard it, my eyes lit up. It was like,
oh, this is a throwback.
That's a throwback. And then they're saying, like, because, and they know it's him because he used the same username on Nude Africa as he did on Black Planet. And that's how I knew we was dealing with a real nigga. Because, man, it was
right,
not only
same password.
Right, like and absolutely using the same password on all of them. This nigga, like, as much as you have let you over here now, shucking and jucking for the folks, but you were on Black Planet, and only the realest of the real niggas was on Black Planet.
How old is he? He was about 50 something.
Let's see, how old is Mark Robinson? I don't know, this Negro, but it's the 56.
Okay. So he was in his 20s.
Yep.
He goes on fucking Black Planet in the comment section. I mean, not in Black Planet, I'm sorry, Nude Africa in the comment section. But it was like between that nigga and this, and another black person. Oh shit, fucking Mayor Eric Adams. Like, fuck. It's been a day. Okay. It's been a lot for me this week.
So as we wrap up Diddy watch here, does he get convicted? And if he gets convicted, how long he getting? Scott, I'm gonna go to you first.
He there forever. He ain't getting out.
Damn, he didn't get no time, just forever.
Yeah, he ain't what? Yeah, he ain't. Well, he gonna be what, 80, 90 when he get out.
All right, Stacey, you.
I don't want to say what my prediction is because I don't want it to happen. So here's the thing. The reason that Diddy was able to do this for so long was because he would videotape everything, right? Mm-hmm. So you are at this party, and maybe I say this, everybody's like, why does everybody knew something? Everybody knew something. Maybe not, right? So you got the show, the after party, the hotel, right? Everybody kicked it with Diddy. Everybody knew Diddy threw a party, right? So you went to the Diddy show, right? You went to the after party, right? So the after party, you went there, wherever that was. You went to the hotel, and at the hotel, everybody is kicking it, right? So everything at the hotel, maybe people are getting a little freaky deaky, but it's consensual. Right? Mm-hmm. It's all consensual. It's all good. You may, you feel over, a little this and that and other. But then there's the after party, and that's in the house, right? But
Daddy's house.
So let's say it was 20 people that was at the hotel. Everybody that was at the hotel doesn't go back to the house. Right? So there's some people that are at the hotel, they've reached their freak limit, right? They're like, well, we're gonna go to the house. And those is some people who were like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go to my house. That's what I'm gonna do.
I got a room here at the Marriott too. I'm just gonna take this young lady or young man.
Right. We're gonna head on upstairs. See you when I see you. Gotta go. Yep. And then there's the other people who maybe would have gone to the house just to see what was happening next, but maybe we're told don't come, right? Or we're pushed away. And there is something I saw, Torre was recently talking about this. And essentially, again, it's the whole idea that everybody knew. And what Torre said is that people who would have stood up to him, who would have said, hey, I don't think that's right, they got pushed away. And the people who
with the real power, he was like, oh, no, don't come through to this.
Right, yeah. So to complete my analogy, the people who would have been like, hey, this ain't cool. That's who left. Like, that's who was at the hotel and went home. The people, and then the yes men are the ones who went back to the house. So you're at the house. So again, so you could have had someone who was at those, at the freaky part, like the freaky party, not the freak out, at the freaky party. And they can't speak to what those other things that happen, right? Because all they know is like, hey, we did kick it. It was some chick over. It was somebody was naked over there, and I know somebody was getting some head in the corner. But that's a typical Friday night. That's what we do.
That's what happened in NWA days too.
Exactly. So you could question them, and they can say, "I never saw anything," and be honest because they did not see it. And just and to that point, Kendra, who like from the Playboy Mansion, she said, I'm not going to say that something bad didn't happen. I'm saying nothing bad happened to me. And so again, that fair statement. So, but So you get back to the house, people are now doing all kinds of stuff, right? Niggas is, buying monkeys online and shit, all kind of crazy stuff you can't even think of. And Diddy is secretly recording them. So he might have also recorded you at the after party. When you was at the after party, you was being a little freaky and everything, and maybe your wife was out of town and you was in the corner with some little young lady, and you don't know that he's taping the party. So he's taping everybody in the party. Then at the freak off, he's taping that shit too. So when it comes down to it, if you try to say something to him,
you're like, hey, you was there.
Hey Playboy, check your email.
Right. Like, check your phone real quick. Yeah. So you use that.
What
So
you think about Ciroc now?
Right. So you blackmail from two sides, right? So you blackmail people with putting them in vulnerable situations, and then filming them and using that against them. And then you have the other part of it of like the people who, like, maybe it's someone who wanted to be on camera versus someone who didn't, right? But either way, there's still footage. So if you have that on someone, right, that person may not be as inclined to speak up or to come out and say.
What time you say you don't? What time you think he get? Like, what's the? Or if he does get, or do you think he's gonna get convicted? I guess it's the first question.
I fear that he is going to feel like the walls are closing in on him. I fear that because of who else may get named or be on videotape, or people that fear that they may be named or on a videotape, that this could be a Jeffrey Epstein situation. So that's my fear. So like that's why I mentioned like him taping people and all of that stuff, right? So again, like if he filmed the young lady who filed this lawsuit, if he filmed that and showed her boyfriend, this is what I did to your girl.
All right. That is our Diddy Watch extended edition. We'll have another one next episode. Something gonna happen.
Something gonna happen tomorrow.
Something gonna happen.
Bruh, it's every time. Every damn time. When we get off this thing, and actually, let me get on Facebook right now and do a quick scroll, because
make sure we
make sure we ain't got no break.
Last time, I think we literally lost.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music Podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC Network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.